Hello class, today's lesson will be on CPR. We're going to teach you how to save someone's life when they're in trouble. So some of you might be asking, why CPR? What is CPR? Well, CPR can save someone's life when they're in trouble, and may even be someone who's close to you, someone you love. Emergencies can arise at any time, so it's important to always be properly prepared. And for those of you that don't know, CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. The process of CPR. There are 6 important steps that you want to remember when performing CPR. The first is you want to survey the scene. You want to make sure that the area is clear and that no further danger can come to you or the victim. If the scene isn't safe, try to move the victim away from the danger so that they can be assisted. The second step is to check for consciousness. Check to see if the victim is awake or alert. After that, you want to check their airway, breathing, and circulation. Check for any signs of life. If the victim is not breathing, you want to begin your chest compressions using 30 compressions. You place your hands over the center of the chest as shown in the picture to the right. After you complete your 30 compressions, you'll give 2 rescue breaths. You want to repeat this process, 30 compressions and 2 rescue breaths, until AED or further medical assistance arrives. Here are some interesting facts about CPR. Did you know that CPR can double a person's chance of survival from sudden cardiac arrest? I also thought it was really interesting that CPR was invented in 1960, which means it's been around for over 50 years. Think of how many lives have been saved in that amount of time. Read a few of the other facts for yourselves. So now that we've had a little introduction to CPR, let's see it in action. Mr. Medina will now give us a teacher demonstration of CPR.
So the first step into CPR is you must check and survey the scene. You must check if there is any hazards or anything that will affect the person. If so, remove him and put him in a stable spot. If not, continue to CPR. First, you must put some gloves on. Unfortunately, we don't have any. But then you check for any pulse or any breathing, any sign that he's alive. Unfortunately, right now in this situation, he is not breathing, so I must have to go into compressions. There's 30 compressions and 2 rescue breathing. So you do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18, 19 and 20, 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 and 25, 26 and 27, 28 and 29, 30. There's still no sign of him, so I must continue on to 30 compressions and 2 ventilation. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 and 20, 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 and 25 and 26 and 27, 28, 29, 30. So usually you want to repeat these 30 compressions and 2 ventilations until the EMS or any other medical assistance will come and help you. But there's just one reminder is that when you do CPR, it usually is within 2 people. One person can't really do it by himself. The second person usually stands right here and make sure that there's any airways or anything checking for pulse after the compressions and the 2 ventilations to check sign.